Hey everybody, welcome to J&J On Jazz, sponsored by Jazzwire. I want to introduce nobody because James isn't here today. So instead of J&J On Jazz, this is just J on Jazz, I guess. And since James isn't here to boss me around, I'm going to talk about whatever the heck I want. And what I want to do is not even talk that much. What I want to do is play some rhythm changes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play some rhythm changes for you guys. And now when I'm teaching inside Jazzwire, the idea is that I know everybody's playing there. The advice is not the same for you, sir, and for you, ma'am. You're in different places in your development. You're working on different things. So I may tell you, oh, I want you to get more inside the chord changes. I want you to be playing more chord tones and more great bebop vocabulary. The next person I may say, okay, I want you to play over the chord changes. Don't play the chord changes. Totally contradictory, conflicting advice, which is what a good coach and a good teacher will do. Not the same lesson works for everybody all the time. That's not what people need. That's why this YouTube situation, this is not really teaching. I can share some ideas, but this ain't teaching. There's no back and forth. And that's what we do at Jazzwire. So I want you to go in, sign up, and take a look around. It'll take you 20 minutes to get signed up, get your free 1-week trial, and come in and look around at what we do. And what do I mean? How can I coach a couple hundred people from all these different countries? Well, come in and look and see because I want to work with you there. So let me do this. I'm going to play some rhythm changes for you. I'm going to just jump into soloing. And you are going to hear me playing inside the changes some. You're going to hear me playing over the changes some. You're going to hear me playing over the changes some. Okay, so we can talk about some of that stuff when we get back. Here we go. Oh man, that was fun. James is going to be upset that he's missing this. Man, he's missing it. All right. So I hope you heard in there moments, especially when I started off, I was inside the changes. I was trying to address each of those chord changes. Then as I went along a little while afterwards, I was addressing the chords, but I was substituting some of the chords, some tritone substitutes and things like that. So I was in the changes more traditionally, then in the changes, but with substitutions. And then at some point, I started playing over the changes. In other words, I was not thinking about all the many chord changes that show up in rhythm changes. I was thinking, oh, I'm in this tonality of B flat, for instance, on the A sections. And sometimes I was playing tonic diminished. You heard me play a Sonny Stitt lick. tonic diminished. At some point, I played a different kind of diminished, not built on the tonic. I guess it is built on the tonic. Joe Henderson kind of thing. Some different diminished sounds. You heard me play whole tone. And I played some longer strings of ideas like I just did there, hopefully to allow you to hear them. I could have mixed and matched those ideas in shorter periods, which would have made the pattern less obvious. Sometimes I want my patterns to be obvious to you, the listener. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want it to just be, feel like I'm coming up with all this stuff out of nowhere, which is the magic trick that improvisation is, right? And there were all sorts of other things I did there. I used pentatonic sounds. I used side slipping up a half step. And all those devices were done. The idea was I was thinking of a general tonality and then playing a half step above. So in a sense, I wasn't playing rhythm changes at all. I was playing over rhythm changes. And different players will value this approach over that. They like this one, they don't like that. Oh, I never do this. Oh, I always do this. Fine. That's what makes us all sound different. Now, here's the thing. I zipped through those things really fast. And no, I'm not going to explain all that stuff here today. First thing, really what I want you to know about today is this idea of being inside a set of chord changes, substituting the chord changes, which to me is still being inside them because it's functional stuff, and then this idea that some sets of chord changes, we can play over them. How do you know? Well, right. That's the work I want to be doing with you at Jazzwire, right? How do you know? Should I be working on the chord changes or should I be doing substitutes? I've been working on substitutes, but this is the confusion, right? And that's the lovely part about jazz is there are so many ways to play over a given set of chord changes. What should we be doing? Well, that is not the right question. What should we be doing? There ain't no we. What I should be doing is different than what you should be doing. And what you should be doing is different from what the next person should be doing. Developmentally, right? What you're ready to do, what would be exciting to you, what would keep the ball rolling for you. So that's the hard part, is determining that stuff. That's why people go to school. That's why people have mentors. That's why people would go on the road back in the day when that was actually a thing. And they would learn music and they would play the same 16 songs 7 nights in a row for 6 months, and they would learn that way. So now what do we have? A flood of information from YouTube, and we have no way of sorting it out unless you're working with a good teacher, right? So that's why I want to be seeing you at Jazzwire. So go sign up here, and I would love to work on this stuff with you. Now, of course, any questions, ask in the comments. I'd be happy to, give a quick little answer. But here's the thing. The quick little answer is going to be almost worthless. I'm happy to give it, but you get the idea, right? A quick little sentence or two from somebody on Facebook or YouTube is not education. It's not teaching. It's not actually learning. So I hope you'll come in, take a look around, and maybe listen back to that solo. See if you can hear the moments when I'm in the changes. Can you hear the moments when I'm doing a substitute for the changes? Can you hear the moments when I'm over the changes? Sometimes a major sound, sometimes a diminished sound, sometimes a triad pair altered sound, right? There's all these different possibilities. I would love to share them with you. So James, wherever you are, man, maybe next time. Good luck. All right, thank you for tuning in to J&J on Jazz. See you next time.